damn, alright. So, I'm 32 now, and looking back, it all started with her. Sarah. I told her she was boring, she moved on, got hot, and my friend sent me his wedding photos weekly. Yeah, you heard that right. Her wedding photos. Like, the universe is just having a laugh at my expense, right? It's a gut punch every damn time, but I guess I probably had it coming. This ain't no sob story, though. Just how things went down. When I met Sarah, I was 27. She was nice. Quiet. Not exactly the life of the party, you know? She worked some office job, always kept to herself. She was pretty enough, I guess. Not, like, head-turning hot, but cute. Comfortable. And at that point, I was tired of the chase, tired of the games. I figured, okay, maybe this is it. Someone steady. That was my first mistake, right there. Thinking steady meant boring. I remember our first few dates. She'd always ask about my day, really listen. Like, really listen, which was weird. Most girls just waited for their turn to talk. She was thoughtful, always remembered little things I said. I thought, alright, this is different. I even told my buddies, yeah, she's not like the others. She's chill. And they were like, good for you, man. Maybe you'll finally settle down. I dismissed a lot of red flags then, mostly because I was just tired of being alone. I figured, maybe she just needed to open up. I could help her with that. My second mistake, thinking I could fix her, or make her into something she wasn't. She was pretty conservative with her money, too. Always wanting to split checks, even when I offered to pay. I respected that, at first. Thought it meant she wasn't after my wallet. But then it started to get weird. Like, we'd talk about moving in together, and she'd be all about separate accounts, even for groceries. We need clear boundaries, Mark, she'd say. And I'd be like, we're building a life together, Sarah, not running a damn business. She'd just nod and smile, like she agreed, but then the next day, it'd be the same conversation. She was always good at that, nodding along, then doing exactly what she wanted. We'd go out with my friends, and she'd be charming. Sweet. My buddies loved her. She's so polite, Mark, they'd say. You got a good one. And I'd just smile, 'cause what else was I gonna do? But then we'd get home, and it'd be a different story. If I ever brought up something she did that annoyed me, she'd shut down. Or she'd turn it around on me. Why are you being so controlling, Mark? I can have male friends. This was after I asked about some dude texting her at midnight, saying, miss you. She said he was a work colleague setting boundaries, but damn, that text didn't feel like a boundary. I trusted her version of events over my own gut, and that was a recurring mistake. I thought I was different, that her exes were just jerks and I was the one who could understand her. Hell, I even defended her to my friends a few times when they pointed out some of her weird behavior. The sex, man. That was not great. It felt like a chore sometimes. And if we argued, forget about it. She'd use it as a weapon. No intimacy for days, sometimes weeks. Then, if I was extra nice, if I bought her something, if I went out of my way to make her happy, suddenly she was all over me. It was like a damn reward system. I'd try to talk to her about it, gently, you know? Like, hey, can we talk about what's going on? And she'd hit me with, why are you being so demanding? I can't help how I feel, that's just toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. She learned that phrase somewhere, probably online, and used it for everything. Anytime I questioned her, boom, toxic masculinity. It made me second-guess myself, made me feel like I was the bad guy for just wanting a normal relationship. I'd retreat, give her space, but sometimes I think she was just seeing other dudes when she needed space. I never really confirmed it, but that thought always gnawed at me. She was obsessed with social media. Not, like, posting constantly, but she'd always be checking her phone, looking at other people's lives. Always comparing. So Anso's boyfriend just took her to Europe, why don't we do anything fun? I'd be busting my ass at my job, trying to save up for a down payment on a house, trying to be financially responsible, and she's out here comparing me to Instagram influencers. It was draining. My focus at work started slipping. I was tired all the time, worried about what new demand she'd come up with. My buddies at work even noticed, asking if everything was alright. I just said, yeah, just a lot on my plate. I remember this one time, we were at a party, and she was being super charming, laughing loud, flirting a little too much with some guy. I gave her the look, you know? The tone it down look. And she just ignored me. Later, when we got home, I tried to talk to her about it. Sarah, you were being a bit much back there. And she just blew up. Why are you trying to control me? You're making me feel unsafe right now. Unsafe. I'm just trying to have a conversation, and suddenly I'm a threat. It was classic. Starts the conflict, then plays the victim when I respond. It got to the point where I just stopped trying to talk about anything real. I'd just nod along, pick my battles. It was easier than the damn theatrics. She'd make commitments, too, then cancel last minute for better opportunities. Like, we'd plan a weekend trip, she'd agree to it, then an hour before we were supposed to leave, she'd get a text. Oh, my friend just invited me to this thing, it's really important. I can't miss it. And I'd be left with a booked Airbnb and a tank of gas. You're supposed to support me, not judge me, she'd say when I got pissed. Support her flaking on our plans for some random social event? That wasn't support. That was disrespect. And every damn argument, she'd bring up something I did wrong, 6 months ago, a year ago. Remember when you forgot my birthday? You always do this. Even if it was the only time I ever forgot. She'd weaponize every little mistake. I tried to get her into therapy, couples therapy. I thought, maybe a professional can get through to her. So we went. And in front of the therapist, she was all, I just want to communicate better. I want us to be a team. And I'm thinking, finally, some progress. But then we'd leave, and it was the same old shit. She'd twist what the therapist said, use it to justify her own behavior. The therapist said I need to set boundaries, Mark. So, no, I'm not going to your cousin's boring birthday. It was like she was using therapy speak to avoid personal accountability. She refused to take responsibility for anything. Everything was always someone else's fault. I kept going, though, 'cause I was stuck on that sunk cost fallacy. All the time, all the money I'd already invested in this relationship. I couldn't just walk away, right? The worst part was, I was losing myself. I stopped playing my guitar, stopped going to the gym as much. My friends, my male friends, they tried to talk to me. You look like hell, man. What's going on with you? And I'd just shrug it off, say I was fine. But they saw through it. My boy Dave, he just said, you're not you anymore, Mark. And that hit me hard. I'd protect her image publicly, try to pretend everything was great, but privately, it was a damn war zone. My mental health was shot. I was always on edge, walking on eggshells. My sleep was messed up, I lost my appetite. It physically drained me. I felt like I was perpetually running on empty, always having to provide and protect her, even when she was undermining me. It felt like I was being punished for trying to be the steady professional I was raised to be. One night, after another one of her "why aren't you doing more for me" speeches, I just snapped. Not, like, yelling or anything. Just quiet. I looked at her, and it was like a curtain lifted. I saw it all clearly. The manipulation, the double standards, the constant demands. She was sitting there, crossing her arms, waiting for me to apologize for existing, probably. And I just said, Sarah, this isn't working. I'm done. She tried her usual tactics. What are you talking about? You're making me feel unsafe. I never said that. You're being dramatic. And I just let her talk. I didn't engage. Didn't argue. For the first time, I pushed back without apology. I was just done with being a scapegoat. No, Sarah, I said, my voice steady. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being clear. We're done. I can't do this anymore. She tried to cry, but no tears came out. Just that fake sniffle. Don't be such a bitch about it, Mark, she spat. Fuck you for not understanding. She got real ugly when her usual tactics didn't work. She'd never cursed at me like that before. But I just stood there. Calm. The clarity I felt was unbelievable, like a weight lifted off my chest. I finally gained perspective. All those little things that felt off, all those times my gut screamed at me, it all made sense. The separation was messy, of course. She tried to take everything. The furniture, the TV, even tried to claim my damn tools. We bought these together, Mark, she'd shriek. I just looked at her. No, Sarah, I bought these. My lawyer handled most of it. She threw a fit about the finances, said I owed her for emotional distress and lost opportunities. The entitlement was astounding. But I held my ground. My financial responsibility was to myself, now. I protected my assets. She ended up with her clothes, some cheap decorations, and the couch she picked out. Nothing more. It was a damn relief to untangle all that. The practical logistics of splitting everything were a nightmare, but seeing her face when she realized she wasn't getting everything she demanded was worth it. After she was gone, it was weird. Quiet. But peaceful. I started going to the gym again, picking up my guitar. My buddies were stoked. There he is. Dave said, clapping me on the back. Welcome back, man. I started seeing the patterns more clearly now. The way she manipulated, how she'd twist my words, how she'd play victim. All the little inconsistencies between her words and her actions. I recognized it all. And I knew, deep down, that I had dodged a bullet. I focused on work, on my health. I started hiking again, something I used to love doing before she came along. I started dating again, eventually. Taking it slow. Being way more careful. Trusting my gut. If something felt off, I walked away. No second chances for clear red flags. I saw how neutral parties, like my friends, had seen the situation long before I could. It was like I had been in a fog, and now it had finally cleared. Then, about 6 months ago, it started. The wedding photos. Sarah's wedding photos. They pop up on my phone, sent by various friends. She married some dude who looks like he just stepped out of a fitness magazine. And she looks different. She's definitely hitting the gym. She's got a glow about her. Hot, even. And she's smiling, this big, wide, genuine smile. The kind of smile I rarely saw when we were together. And every time I see one, it's like a punch to the gut. Not because I want her back, hell no. But because of the irony. I told her she was boring. I told her she needed to do more, be more. I said she lacked ambition. And now she's got this whole new life, this fit, successful-looking husband, this perfect-looking existence. And my friends, bless their hearts, they send me the damn photos. Like, weekly. Dude, check this out, or didn't she used to be with you? I just send back a thumbs up emoji. What the hell else am I gonna do? It's a constant reminder of how I messed up. How I judged her, how I saw her as just comfortable instead of seeing her potential. I mean, she still probably refuses personal accountability and uses therapy speak to justify whatever she wants. She's probably still got those extreme double standards. But she looks good doing it now. And that guy, he's probably got no idea what he's in for. Or maybe he does. Maybe he likes it. I made my mistakes. Plenty of them. Ignoring the red flags, thinking I could fix her, giving her too many chances, letting her drain my damn resources. But I learned from them. I took responsibility for my part in the mess. And I got out. I protected myself. And yeah, it stings to see her looking all happy and hot. But I'm building my own life now. A real life, with real respect and real peace. And that's worth more than any picture on a damn phone.